Hey everybody, Dieter Kurtenbach here with Logan Murdock. We're outside of the Warriors practice facility. I guess we're still in it. And the Warriors just got done. Last practice before the start of the 2018-2019 regular season. 7:30 tip-off with the Oklahoma City Thunder tomorrow night. Warriors are 12-point favorites. Log, one thing you're looking forward to seeing in this game. Let's not talk about the season. We're talking about this game. What are you focusing on?
I'm looking forward to seeing what Damian Jones does. Yeah. I mean, he's been in the G League all last year. He's been hurt the year before that. But he had a really good preseason, and I really want to see what he does well. His best game of the season last year was in Oklahoma City against Steven Adams. He really showed that he could belong in this league, and that's something I really want to see from him. I want to see him continue to be strong, continue to be athletic, and continue to get lobs thrown his way.
He looked awesome in that last preseason game against the Lakers. He will be starting, and I think he's going to probably start until Boogie comes back, and he might be even starting after that. So long rope. Steve Kerr won't commit to that timeline, but I'll commit to it. Beyond that, the thing that I'm interested in, it's kind of along the same lines, Draymond Green. So Warriors have talked a bunch about how Draymond, who didn't get a lot of run in the preseason, only played that one game, how they have to get him back into shape. Beyond that, they've talked about how they don't want him playing center because they think it tires him out, and they want to keep him healthy for the playoffs. I'm interested to see how that looks because their best lineup, without a doubt, is when Draymond Green is at center. And, well, who's going to play center if he's not playing center? What's the team defense going to look like if he's only getting short bursts of play? There are a lot of questions, especially about that defense going in to the start of the regular season. Where's your vibe on that right now?
Well, I think the biggest thing is, I mean, to your point about short bursts, that's going to be something to be looking at. Yeah. Not just him. You talk about Sean Livingston, who is questionable for tomorrow's game. I'm thinking about the overall picture of Steve Kerr is kind of like how, remember they had like a kind of a built-in excuse last year about, we're tired, we had the China trip. I think it's coming back. It seems like that. I mean, he said that, we might be a little bit more tired this year. We might be a little bit more, just fatigued in general, and it might affect us to start the season. But they're playing with joy, so I guess that's different. But I do think that this is going to be a rough, not a rough first couple of games, but it's going to be a very more interesting than we think.
Yeah, I can't disagree. I mean, team defense is everything. We're going to hear that time and time and time again in the first few weeks because I can't imagine the team defense is just going to click into A-plus mode to start off, right?
But I do think that, with Draymond Green out, with Draymond maybe in short bursts, they still have other guys that can switch multiple positions. They still had Kevon Looney, who did a really good job switching. They do have Jordan Bell, who's really good at switching on defense. And Damian Jones is probably the most athletic out of all of them. So, and I think that there's defensive potential in that as well if you want to talk about switching. So I think that they can weather that storm. It's just a matter of if.
Right, and when it comes to the if, you think about what happened in the preseason. We don't want to put too much stock in the preseason, but it was back cut after back cut after back cut that the Warriors are getting burned by. That's team defense, and that means that the fulcrum of that team defense, which is typically the center, so the guys you just mentioned, they're not really in the right spot. And when you have young guys like that, we know what Looney is, we know what Bell is, we don't know what Jones is, but it hasn't looked all that great on the defensive side to start. Now, obviously, a lot of upside potential, but it's going to take a while to come into form here. Other thing I'm interested in seeing, the last thing before we get out of here, because we can only preview this game so much, how many three-pointers does Steph Curry make in this game? Because I think he's going to go for 400 again this year, if not more.
For in the game or in the?
In the game, okay. Yeah. It would be an immediate record. 1 out of 82, get it out of the way, coast the rest of the year.
400 in a game would be impressive. Yeah. But
how many points is that?
That's a lot.
1,200 points.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be good.
But I do think that it'll be. I think it'll hit like maybe 6 or 7 tomorrow night. I mean,
do that over 80 games. That's like 480.
Yeah. Typically, I think that like he plays well in these types of high pressure games. Yeah. We'll see. The biggest question though is how the Warriors are going to play in the opening night. Remember last year they played well to start. Right. They had a big lead, gave it up, and even when KD, even though they lost, but KD hit that shot, it still seemed like that was a bad effort overall. So I don't know what to expect out of tomorrow.
They don't have the China trip excuse. I guess they have the Draymond Green excuse now. We'll see what happens, but it's going to be a long season. 1 game out of 82 isn't going to define it, but it could tell us a lot about what to expect over the next few weeks, next few months, and maybe the season as a whole. So we'll see you at Oracle Arena tomorrow night. Logan Murdock, Dieter Kurtenbach, 7:30 tip-off, 7:15 ring ceremony? Yeah, let's go with that. See you tomorrow night.